And we are on, yes. Welcome to episode 11 of Lost in Immersion, your weekly 45-minute stream about innovation. As VR and AR veterans, we will discuss the latest news of the immersive industry. First of all, sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties, but everything is set up now. So, Fabien, if you want to start, please.
Yeah, thanks. So today I want to talk about and test in real time the new game from Niantic. So the studio who is doing Pokemon Go, um, and it's called Peridot. So I will share my screen. Okay, let me know if you can see it. So the concept of the game, it's an AR game, and the concept is really like the next generation of Tamagotchi. So you have this very cute avatar, and each avatar is unique. You give it a name, and he has some, like characteristics. Mine is very timid, which is funny. um, and so you can, feed it. Um, it. It can do some like gesture like that. So paw, and you can give it his food when he's doing the the gesture that you trained him to do. So I won't go into all the details, but it's very similar to like raising a Tamagotchi. Um, and something that I found very nice in this game is so you can um, I don't know how they call it, but you can um, draw a circle here, and the the pet will um, fetch some food or some objects and stuff like that. And what is very nice is they have some, I think, AI into the experience that can recognize what you are looking to. So, for example, if I dig on a plant, it recognizes that it's a plant, and I have special items that are matching what I dig into it. So you can you have some quests, and you need to show him a human, you need to show him a pet, you need to go on sand, on grass, and stuff like that. So I think it's a very nice usage of AI, like image recognition, into that game. Um, and so yeah, that's I'm going very quickly on this, but that's basically it. You have a map, you can see some friends. Here, I don't know why, but before when I tested, I had already some people around me. Um, so yeah, here for example, yeah. So you see, the game was released today, but some people are already very far in their uh, pet raising. So that's very nice. Um, and the other feature that I cannot test because it seems that it's not available in Japan where I live is there is merch. So it's a partnership with Amazon, and you can buy merch uh, with the with your Amazon account directly in the game.
Merch, you
Um,
say digital or real one?
I think it's a real merch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like t-shirts
yeah.
with your pet on, or
Um, I don't know. I didn't go because I can't. It's not available in Japan, so I don't really know, and I couldn't find any information about that except that there is some merch. So I'd be curious to know exactly what they have. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's. I think I did a very quick tour of all the feature, but I'm curious what you think as a first impression. Isn't it cute?
yes, it is. On the
So
first evolution, not so fond of the next one. When you see the oldest pet, uh, it's like a bit. Creature. I guess this was the game on PC when you were creating your first cells, and then it grew to a much more complicated alien. The first version are always better or cuter than the latest. So Seb, if you have any question.
No, no question. I saw a couple of other videos where a user is near a pier and make the pet appear on the boat. Then next to him, there is occlusion. So yeah, in terms of augmented reality experience, I think that's really nice. It really takes into account the environment, and I guess they use the VPS, the virtual positioning system, to position even in a specific space and specific environment that has been scanned the pets correctly and accurately in the environment with, like I said, occlusion and stuff like that. So I think that is pretty impressive. I saw also some ideas about having the pets interact with each other if you have someone else that comes near to you. So that sounds like a better experience than only the Tamagotchi that send you uh, some notification where it needs to be fed or stuff like that. That's not the kind of game I'm fond of. I don't see an added value or something that will help people to interact with each other. But the idea that you can make your pet meet another pet and maybe do stuff together with your own pet that you have trained could be interesting.
Okay, so I have a question. Can it die if you are not
I don't
feeding
know.
it, or like the Tamagotchi ones?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a very good question. Yeah, I mean, the game is out only for 1 day, so I don't know if they can die in 1 day, but that's a very good question. Yeah.
Because this is the whole goal of this kind of games. Like I told about Creature, but the oldest version when you had on you had like eggs. I don't know if you can remember this game. You had you bought the game. It was a PC game, like in the 90s or so, and you had a specific floppy disk, and on this floppy disk you only had 3 eggs, and once your creature died, and your game was just garbage because you didn't have any eggs left. So it was kind of funny to see that your game had an expiration date if you're not taking care of your creatures. And Tamagotchi dies as well, and it would be interesting to know if they integrated it in this as well. Uh, was my in one of my question, and the other one, yeah, you said you talked about occlusion, but does it have collision? Can it hop on furniture? I
Yeah,
think you have a counter here. Can it goes on this? Oh, okay, great.
yeah, yes. On the video, the user was showing it too. It was jumping from the place near him to release the boat, and you can see that on the boat, the the animals were smaller and accurate in position, and
Hmm.
even the distance from the user was displayed, so you can see that the distance was correct. So, and
Yes,
I guess it's a famous place in Los Angeles where there is a boat, an army boat on a pier that is always there. So I think it has been scanned, and therefore they know at this location what is the 3D environment. Just they have a 3D scan of the environment so they can place everything correctly.
hmm
Now, at your location where it's using only Islam, I don't know how accurate that would be.
great, great. Well, yeah, this is a great evolution since Pokemon Go. We can call it a augmented reality game, which
Yeah.
Pokemon Go was not that that much. It was not okay, great. And last thing is that why do you think? Don't you think that by creating those quests, you talked about going to the beach and founding some objects. Don't you think this is a smart way for them to make their algorithm learn more and more different situation, objects, and texture?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are
I think
auto feeding their AI with that.
yeah, yeah. That's I will be very honest saying that I did like everybody else. I said yes, yes, yes to everything that was asked when I launched the game. So I don't know what are like the privacy terms and conditions here, but it's very probable that um, they are using, yeah, for example, I don't know here the plant. Um, oh, should be a plant. Yeah. Um, they are using the information that we are giving to learn more. That's
Hmm.
a huge probability. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So maybe we will have some updates on your pets growing up in the following weeks.
Yeah.
Would be the pet minute.
Yeah.
Okay,
Could
do
be
you have?
great. It could be great if they link that to a garbage collection where user needs to grab garbage to feed the animals and throw them to the accurate trash.
There's a red color.
Yeah.
We have different colors here. This is a blue. The blue one for all the recyclable, and we have the green one and the purple one for the organics.
Oh.
I don't know if you, but
Okay.
yeah, it could be an idea. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So Seb, if you want to share
Sure.
your subject as well.
Hold on a second. So I had two subjects today. One is I don't know if my sharing is working. Let me know, Guillaume, when it's working.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Um, so the first one is about, we were talking a couple of weeks ago about haptics gloves that use air compressor to make the actual force feedback on the user
Yeah.
end. And we were all agreeing on the fact that it's huge and too heavy, and there is not a lot of use case where it can be used. And there is a new kind of gloves that are coming up, and this one is the Bifrost Pulse VR gloves, and it's very small, very without cable, everything inside the glove, and it gives with actuators, it allows the user to constrain his hand when he's holding an object, and also feel the kind of material the object is made of, if it's something that is flexible or hard, it will change its behavior. And there is also vibrator inside the finger, so you can feel some vibration inside your hand, the last part of your finger. So I think the device is quite nice. It's a Kickstarter, so right now there is not a lot of feedback on how well it performs, but the way the device is way smaller than what I've seen before is very nice and make me want to try it. So I don't know if you have any feedback on that, if you saw the news, or what is your thought about it?
Well, no, that's new. But do you have the video because it's on pause? I don't know if you.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, because I couldn't see the link between the actuators and the fingers, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand
Yeah,
how
it's
it could
kind
be.
of a small cable that is
Okay.
constrained with a motor.
Okay, so it's a smaller version of the cable that are going from the wrist and with some mechanics architecture on top of it. Yeah, okay, great.
And it's using a battery also, so it's not with a
Mhm.
cable, so you're more free in your movement, which is something that is really constraining you when you have a cable or in VR. That's block the illusion and the immersion. So yeah, I think that's great that it's coming out, because it's really missing this part of
Mhm.
the haptic feedback. Is something that really I'm really missing when I'm doing VR experiences. So
And
this is
it can just break your finger that way.
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, that was the first one, and the other one, if
I don't know if Fabien has something
yeah,
to say
Fabien,
about
you have
this.
something
Yeah.
to say?
Um, one question is, so is it only like the fingers? So is it moving the fingers, or is there a difference with, like, for example, when you touch a surface or a different material, like wood or stone, can it give that sensation as well, or is it just like, pressure, like catching something
Yeah, it's
or
tension,
pushing or
more like,
something?
yeah.
Mm. So
Um, I think something that is soft, you will feel that, and it will depend on how soft it is. So you will be able to feel the pressure and making it harder and harder. If you press a balloon, for example, air balloon, you can feel that it's soft at the beginning, but then hard when you squeeze it. And I don't think it will bring your finger backwards if something is eating your finger, for example, or if you slap a wall too hard, that won't break your finger. So
It's just when you're doing your code wrong and you have a bug and
yeah, but I
something
don't
going
think
on.
the amount of force will be that much for something that is like that embedded inside
Well, if it's actuators or I don't know, sometimes we can be surprised by the force that is
mm,
given by this. But yeah, this is always a question with this. If you have someone that is very strong, if the force that is or she is giving can break the motors, or
mm,
is this fragile or not? This is the biggest question about this device, I guess.
yeah, that's right. And yeah, the amount of power that it consumes if you have to recharge it every 5 seconds, that doesn't make sense either. So yeah, we'll see when it comes out and when user test it, see their feedback.
Yeah, and if it comes out, because so it's a Kickstarter campaign, so
That's right. Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have the price of this?
they announced $299.
Oh, so it's not that cheap, not that expensive. Yeah.
No, for two gloves. Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right. So on that subject, I think that's it. And the other one is the game, a game that was a previs of the game that is in development in France from the company called I forgot the name. Sorry, Dharma. Sorry. Yeah. And feedback this week. So they are using the Unreal Engine, and they did something a
Yeah,
bit different.
Seb, you have an issue with the sound. It's
Okay.
echoing. I don't know if Fabien had the same issue.
No, I don't hear any
Okay,
echo.
let me check something. Okay, we're seeing your video. Just switching to this. Okay, great. You can speak now if you want.
Yes, so that game is in production, but they released some video last week, and they had a lot of buzz around that. Um, the first thing that people said it was that it was a fake video that was recorded by a user, but so they had to show that it was they have to make a video where they are showing the video inside the Unreal Engine editor to demonstrate that it was a real video game and not something that they shot in real. And then what I think is interesting and make the everything really realistic. Well, first, it's Unreal Engine, but also the fact that they change the way it's done in video game. Usually, you have the camera on the head of the virtual player, but here they did a body cam, something more realistic, more something that you are used to see in movies, and they remove all the UI, so you really feel like you are inside a real camera embedded on someone. And the other complaint they had is that it's too realistic, and then it's scary, and people are afraid it will, as always with video games, it will bring ideas for people to make the same in real. So yeah, I
It's
don't
a
know.
bit surprising that people are not okay with the fact that it's too too realistic, because this, I guess, this is the goal for many years. This has been the goal for many years. And once you get to the goal, people will say, "Oh well, no, finally, it's not that we what we want. It's too realistic."
Yeah, I agree. That's funny to be at that point and then realize that yeah, that's might not be what user wants. At least not everyone. Maybe some
Mm.
people will like that it's really realistic.
But yeah, to be honest, when I saw the video for the first time, I I I was also a bit suspicious, because there was already some kind of demo 2 or 3 years ago, and it was based on 3D scans as well, and it was really very realistic. And the developer just disappeared just after posting this video. But I don't know if it's the same or if it's another team. But yeah, it was mainly the same comments about it, that it was fake, it was too real, it was scary. Of course, they didn't choose a very enjoyable environment to do so. It's a very creepy one. But maybe if they are doing something in a green, with more light and something more likely, or funny, maybe the comments won't be the same.
Mhm.
No, no. What do you think about this, Fabien?
Yeah, I think it's a really impressive result. And yeah, if we dive a bit technically, what technique are they using? Is it a scan of a real warehouse, and they use the scan in Unreal Engine, or is it like 3D modeling? What's behind? I'm a bit curious of that. And but yeah, it's really impressive.
I think that the idea they scan an environment and they remodel it and adjust the result in Unreal Engine to make it nicer. Because even though you have a point cloud or scan of an environment, you still have to, or an earth, you still have to redo some stuff in Unreal. But like the floor, the different shape and stuff like that, I think that are on the floor, dust and particles, everything that is inside are like the barrels and stuff like that. I think that's asset that you can buy directly on Unreal that are already available. So
Yeah,
that's
Unreal is really pushing for their reality scan company for that they bought several years back, and they are creating this very huge library of 3D scan assets and environments, and they are really pushing to towards this direction, and their algorithm are working great. So this is the result that we can expect from their technologies right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of their asset, they have the all the LOD and stuff like that that are
Mhm.
usually made by hand in other tools, but here, because we use their library, everything is embedded, so it makes things a lot easier to make an environment large with a lot of polygons, because everything is all the media that you embed inside your environment are already made for taking into account the different LOD and stuff like that. So it simplifies the process for an artist. All
Okay.
right. That's it for
So
me.
that's my turn. Uh, and here we are. Yes. So perfectly. So the subject for today is a video that appeared 2 days ago, and the idea that behind it, it's what can ChatGPT do if we ask it to recreate BeatSaber in Unity. So the sorry for the sound. Okay, so uh, so here is the result at the end, just for you to show what it's done. So it's sorry, it's a very BeatSaber clone like, uh, and well, the main the name of the video is a bit clickbait, for to be honest, because it's not ChatGPT that had done all the game all by itself. The whole process is that at first he asked ChatGPT how to create this game, so it gave all the steps to achieve that, and then the creator Valium, he came back to ChatGPT once every once in a while when he had technical difficulties. So he used ChatGPT more like a smart companion to solve his development issues. Um, and what it's funny because he asked about scripts and shaders and all kinds of different the difficulties, yeah, that you can have while developing this kind of application. And what is very funny that at first sometimes ChatGPT simply said that he couldn't answer the question, but by asking it again and again, ChatGPT finally gave the right answer. So it's very funny to see that if you are pushing hard on ChatGPT, you can get the answer that you want. Uh, but yeah, I think the main idea here is that uh, at this point, ChatGPT could be a very good companion for um, junior or people that are just starting developing, because you still need to have the whole project in mind and see what you are thinking, what you are seeking. It's not a magical black box by I want a game doing this and that, and the AI is creating it in Unity. You still have to manage the whole project and see when you need the AI or not. So this is very interesting because I think for newcomers and people that are willing to try Unity, this is a very good way and a fun way to learn and create great applications. I think the next step now is to see at this point what can AutoGPT do, because if it can achieve the step, if ChatGPT can do the step-by-step technical things, we can hope that AutoGPT could create the whole project all by itself. So it has to be tested. I think that the creators is on the subject, and maybe it will release another video about this in the following weeks. So here it is. So, well, what do you think about this?
Um, I have a lot of things to say. um, First, that I agree with you. ChatGPT and other generative AI are very good companions, very good assistants when you have an issue, when you need a bit more ideas, when there is a problem. They are very very good assistants. Um, then I want to uh, well, it's my opinion is indeed the title of the video, and especially how it's shared and seen on social networks. Uh, like the creator of the video is a VR developer,
Hmm.
so he knows what questions to ask, and he actually shared the all the prompts that he
Yeah.
gave to ChatGPT, and I had a look at a few of the questions, and there are questions that like he already knows
The answer, yeah, you
what
already know the answer.
kind of
Yeah.
question to ask,
Hmm.
um, and he just needs some help to with the details. So yeah, I want to nuance a bit. It's not a revolution that will make I mean, yet it's not a revolution that will make all the VR developers obsolete. Um, it's a very good assistant, as you said. And something else that I've seen, it's a bit on another uh, topic, but Unity is um, teasing some kind of AI generation tool in Unity.
Yeah.
So I don't know if if they are using OpenAI behind or I mean GPT models behind, or if they are their own. I'm really curious to see what they will bring to the table with that and when. But yeah, it's um, and something else is that GPT GPT-4 was trained. Uh, I mean, what I want to say is that the BeatSaber was already out when ChatGPT was trained. So if you ask to ChatGPT, how can I remake BeatSaber? He knows BeatSaber.
Hmm.
Like it's inside the training. Um, so it's not like how can I make a new game and but still it's a it's a very impressive um, way to work in a more efficient way. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
agree. It's made for companions and to help you, but you need to have some knowledge right now of what you ask and how you prompt the chat GPT to get the best answer for you. Um, we are on the waiting list for Unity also, so we are waiting to see how they will release that and how it will be implemented and how we can use that. So that's definitely something. And we had some lately on one project. We used that for a shader to generate a shader, And inside the code, we realized that there was some issue after delivering, because we had a crash in the app coming from time to time, unexpected, and it was directly coming for the shader because of one part of the code that ChatGPT put inside the code. So even though you know what you ask, I think there is still a lot of work to do on your side to analyze what has been delivered by ChatGPT and make sure everything is accurate and do what you want. Because it sounds like magic, but there is still a couple of stuff where it could go completely wrong, like what we encountered.
Okay,
So yeah,
great. So I think that's it for today. Do you have anything more to add? One, two,
No, all
three.
good.
Okay, great. So
Mhm.
see you next week. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And yeah, see you next week. Bye.
bye.
Bye.